welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at the Ferrari magazine number 46. This is the F2001 Michael Schumacher Ferrari Formula 1. We have a 143 scale die-cast car here without the traditional cigarette advertising, which you can get different parts for that, but I'm going to have a look at that at the end. When I say different parts, you can actually order online decals, not stickers, but decals to make these historically accurate. Now I'm going to go through the magazine very briefly. If you've seen these videos before, I say this pretty much every time. I will go through and briefly cover what's in the magazine, and then we'll have a closer look at the die-cast car and put it on the turntable. So in this particular magazine, we've got the competition models, which is the 212 Export Fontana. I think I've got the die-cast car, and I think to say this pretty much every time I go through these, you actually anything that's actually here and being shown off, they do come across with a die-cast car later, I believe. I hope so, because it looks awesome. The single-seated is the F2001, which has got the die-cast car for this particular magazine. Production models is the Grand Tour 330 GT 2+2. I may have already shown that one off. And the poster, which I do not remove for these at the moment, is the F2001. Schumacher's title defending racer. So the unique interpretation. Two versions of the 212 Export were created for Marzocchi Racing in 1951 with a distinctive bulbous styling on one of the models, earning the nickname Uovo or egg. Okay. Judging by the compact driving position in which Giannini Marzitto is sitting, the cockpit in the Ferrari 212 Export egg, as they call it, was a compact style. Yeah, I guess it would. Let's see what else we've got here. Wet start. Rain dominated the start of the 1951 Mille Miglia. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. The next event in which the 212 Export Fontana egg completed, after its debut in the Tour of Sicily, Giano is again in the wheel. Once more failed to finish the race. That's a shame. All right, what does it have? A front longitudinal 60-degree V12 and 2.562, so 2.5 litre, almost 2.6, and between 150 and 175 brake horsepower at 6,000 to 6,500. So an aluminium body, coupe and spider, 2 doors, 2 seat. Yep. Wow, only weighs 650 kilograms. 200 kilometers an hour, 124 mile an hour top speed, only made in 51. And yeah, there were two, one coupe, one spider. Okay. Spider being obviously convertible or roof off. Mixed fortunes, dapper driver, impeccably dressed in a dark suit, white shirt and tie. Giano and his co-driver, Marco, I'm not even going to say the last names, depart Brescia in the 1951 Mille Miglia. The 212 Export had a number that corresponded to its departure time, 4:10 a.m. Wow. How's that when they're racing? These guys are in the trench coats all drenched in water by the looks of it. There he is, cigarette in hand, suit and tie. Yep. Racing those days, hey? Perfect balance of weight and aerodynamics. I will have to go and check my shelf for that. I've got all mine sitting on a shelf at the moment. You may see at the beginning of the video, probably on the left side of the Ferraris at the top, I think. All right, F2001, adaptable and strong. The F2001 was a single-seater that gave Michael Schumacher his second Formula 1 Drivers' Championship with Ferrari and his fourth in total. He was very dominant too, around about this time. Engine in this is a rear 90-degree V10, 840 brake horsepower at 17,700 RPM. And this particular car only weighed 600 kilograms, which I think there was actually probably a limit. Maximum speed, unknown. 9 of them were produced. Very good. If you want to read any of this article, you will need to hit pause Do have a poster. There we go. There's an iconic scene for you. Yep. On the other side here, let's see if I can get this without squashing the car. So the other side of the poster actually has the car with other information. We've got steering wheel, undercar information, driving position. Does look pretty cramped. You have your arms underneath that protection barrier. But you can see these ones without the ring on them because that was prior to the halo. Only time the F1, so F 2001 saw any significant changes was the Japanese Grand Prix, won by Schumacher. The sides were squarer and longer, and the weight distribution was significantly modified. All this was on chassis 214, which had been specifically developed for the German driver to test for the first round of the 2002 season. Okay, the engine also had some unusual features designed for Pablo Martinetti. The 10 cylinders had a short stroke. The timing gear had 4 pneumatically operated valves per cylinder, and the inlet manifold were adjustable, and there was 6 bearing crankshafts. I did like the Formula 1 back in those days where different manufacturers would try different things with different size engines, and I think it actually did help advanced automotives in real life. Not so much now. They're all trying to get them all equal. I don't know why they just don't give one car and that's it. Everybody gets the same car and then you've got the driver. Oh, probably because it actually doesn't give as much to view and people don't like that. So they don't watch that because they have done that before. All right, having a look at the 2001 honours podium position. First Schumacher, third Barrichello, same again Malaysia. Second for Brazil for Schumacher, third for Barrichello in San Marino, first for the Spanish in Schumacher. Austrian was second and third for Shui and Barrichello. Monaco first and second with Schumacher first. Canadian was second for Schumacher. European was first for Schumacher, and the French was first Schumacher and third Barrichello. Even more British. Okay, second and third Shui and Barrichello. German was second for Barrichello. Hungarian was first for Schumacher, second for Barrichello. Wow, it's a lot of 1-2s. Belgium first for Shui. Italian second for Barrichello. US GP second for Schumacher. And Japanese first for Schumacher. They had phenomenal success that year. Well done. All right, moving on to some more stylish looking cars. 330 GT 2+2. Very nice. Incorporated automatic declutching when shifting out of fourth gear. Automatic declutching. Tension grabbing headlights. One of the notable features in the first series of the 330 GT 2+2 came out in 1964 with the circular headlights grouped in pairs. This particular stylish arrangement was unusual. The previous creations of both Ferrari and Pininfarina. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at that. That's your 1960s interior there. Short back seat, black leather, red carpet floor, walnut looking dashboard. Actually looks really good. I like it. Wouldn't say no to one of these particular cars. Custom built US variants. So the engine is a 60-degree V12. Nice. Just under 4 litres, 3.967.4 cc, 300 brake horsepower, 6,600 RPM. The top speed of 245 kilometers an hour or 152 mile an hour. They were made between 64 and 67, about 1,000 of them made. Nice. I think I like the older 250s better. The look at the front with a single light. Still, I wouldn't say no to any of these. All right, next magazine number 47 is the Testarossa NART model. North American Racing Team, is it? North American Racing Team, there it is. With some success between 58 and 62. So we're looking at a 57 enable private outfits to use more competitive new prancing horse models. We'll have a look at that one. It looks like the 958 model. And I believe it is actually in white with blue stripes, which is nice. So we'll take a look at that next week in magazine 47. Let's have a look at this particular Formula 1 car. Do have a Tic Tac Shell and FedEx sponsorship of some Bridgestone. Admittedly, like I said at the beginning of the video, I do have the Marlboro removed. Not even removed, just never added. Reason being for that is in some countries that these particular models are sold, it is illegal to have cigarette sponsorship on toys. And I say that in a inverted commas, toys. These are not toys, these are display models, thank you. But yeah, you can't have it legally, so they're actually omitted on the models. I do like the looks of this, and there's several in this collection, both Ferrari and the Formula One car collection. I have a whole bunch of Schumacher Ferrari ones similar to this. Having a look underneath, Ferrari F2001 is all it says, made in China and 1/43 scale. I do like these. I'm going to put it on the turntable so you can have a look without my hands in the way. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and oh, he's crashed. And I will be back next week with magazine number 47. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.